Edad, numero lang yan.
At my age, I've only been getting stronger.
You see, I'm built for more. More intensity to stay in shape. More energy for new experiences.
More endurance to reach greater heights. And more passion in doing what I love. These days, I live for more.
Sante Bardi.
Mahalagang paalala, ang Santi-Bardi ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamitin panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
Welcome to another episode of Ano Ba Talaga with Kuya Kim. Dito po sa podcast na to, we talk about anything under the sun. It's been about 10 months already and we've covered a lot of topics, but one of my favorite topics is fitness. Alam niyo, si Kuya Kim naman has always been into fitness since the 90s. I was into bodybuilding, I got into triathlon, marathon running, and now naman, I'm into Hyrox. This is the latest craze in fitness. It's a race that many of my friends have joined already and is becoming more and more and more popular. Ang guest natin ngayong araw na to, this is the fastest pro Hyrox racer in the Philippines. Siya po ang may hawak ng record ng pinakamabilis na pro Hyrox racer. He's also a personal trainer. He's a coach and he was one of my coaches and he's a dear friend. Itong taong to, napaka-guwapo, napaka-humble at napakabilis. My coach and friend, Mauro Lumba. Hi, Mauro.
Kuya Kim, thank you so much. Thank you for having me here, honestly. It's an honor to be in your podcast. I've been listening to a lot of your episodes also and masaya ako na nandito ko ngayon.
Bro, matagal na kita inimbita rito. Ha?
Ayun nga eh.
Of course, medyo busy
Thank
ka
you.
eh. No?
Thank you.
How does it feel being the fastest pro Hyrox racer in the Philippines?
Masaya Kuya Kim, honestly. For me, it just validated how much work that I have put in through. Kasi syempre, minsan you have your doubts with yourself, parang hindi mo alam kung okay ba talaga itong mga pinapasok mo. Pero for this Hyrox kasi parang I really set a goal na I wanna try to be the fastest. And yun, super saya ako na nagawa ko naman. So yeah, very happy.
Of course, we know what Hyrox is, di ba?
Yes.
But a lot of
yes.
our listeners kasi, they don't know what Hyrox is eh.
Yes.
Explain nga, ikwento mo, ano ba yung Hyrox na yan?
Hyrox is fitness race, kumbaga. Ang tawag nila dyan is parang hybrid fitness racing. So, meron siyang maraming components. May run, may strength, may endurance, and stuff like that. So, Hyrox is an 8-kilometer race that's divided into 1-kilometer runs per station. Tapos meron siyang 8 stations. Una is ski erg. So, after you run your first kilometer, una is ski erg, 1 kilometer ulit. Next is yung sled push. Next is sled pull. You got your burpee broad jump. Merong row. Merong farmer's carry. Sandbag lunges, and then finally yung wall balls. So, it's a standard race, may standard measurements ng mga movements. Kaya, alam mo yung paghahandaan mo eh. So, yun, you know what you will prepare for and you know what you will feel in the race. Kaya feeling ko maraming tao really got into it because parang mape-prepare mo talaga yung sarili mo.
Mapaghandaan mo.
Yes.
Kasi sabi nila, ano raw yan, parang CrossFit. Yung CrossFit, marami raw na-injure.
Yes. CrossFit kasi, honestly, mahirap siya for a regular person talaga, Kuya Kim. Kasi sobrang daming movements involved. Like merong mga handstand walk, may mga gymnastics, may mga Olympic lifting, yung mga cleans, yung mga snatch. Basta sobrang daming movements to get prepared for. Honestly, yung mga iba, parang it takes a lot of time for them to get used to, like let's say for a handstand walk or handstand push-up, gaano mo katagal bago matutunan yung movement na yun, di ba? Kaya hindi...
If at all, no?
If at all, kung matutunan mo. Kaya hindi talaga siya for a regular person. Parang ganun.
Yeah.
Pwede
But
naman.
the most fit people we know is sa Physical Asia, si Justin.
Yes,
diba?
of course,
The most fit people we know are CrossFitters.
Yes.
If you can get to that level.
If you can get to that level. And to think si Justin, isa na siya sa pinakamalakas dito talaga sa Philippines. Pero, di ba, marami talaga hirap to do all those kinds of movements. So yun lang, I think the Hyrox is, dahil super trending siya ngayon, dahil yun nga, napapaghandaan siya and you can really prepare for those movements rather than CrossFit, which is, you take a lot of time to develop those skills. And yun nga, medyo mas nakaka-injure kasi there's a lot of coaches also that aren't proficient, and dahil minsan, I think dahil short lang yung class for CrossFit na you don't really get the time to dial in the basics. Diba? Kaya minsan you're gonna do a 1-hour class, madaming bago ang gagawin, mga cleans, mga snatch, diba? If you're not really used to it, if you're just a beginner, tapos papagawa sa yung mga ganun, syempre may injure ka. So it really takes a lot of time. Kaya yun, mas okay na mag-Hyrox na lang.
So ang Hyrox, sabi mo, it's more trainable, di ba?
Yes.
What are the movements in Hyrox that they have to train for?
Ayun, gaya ng mga stations, of course you have to find a gym na meron nun. Ski erg, sled push,
What
sled
is a
pull.
ski erg?
Ski erg, ano siya, machine siya, Kuya Kim.
Na parang skiing. Parang
parang it's a standard machine. Parang ano lang, treadmill. May ganun siya. Ski erg.
treadmill na pang skiing. Kumbaga
Treadmill
yung
na
movement
skiing.
niya parang skiing.
Exactly,
Okay?
exactly.
What else?
So, meron na sled push din, yung parang magtutulak ka ng weight.
And then gaano kabigat yung weight na nasa sled push?
Yung weight for the men's, I remember it's 152 kilograms. Kung di ako nagkakamali.
152 kilograms, yeah.
Yes, that's for open weight. For
Sa pro weight,
Sa pro, parang 202 kilograms naman.
202 kilograms, okay. Tapos ang sled pull?
I think sa pro, kung di ako nagkakamali, mga around that area also. So 150 for the pro and then mga 100 plus also for the open weight lang. Of course, sa women's, mas magaan naman ang konti.
Anong pinakamahirap na movement dun sa 8 movements na ginagawa mo sa Hyrox?
Honestly, yung lunges nga. For me, kasi sa...
Ano ba yung lunges? Kwento mo, paano yan?
Yung lunges is parang you're stepping with a single leg. Dapat tumama yung knee mo sa floor. Tapos may weight ka dito sa behind your head. So, open weight, 20 kilograms. May patong ka ng 20 kilograms. So, parang single leg squat siya. You're gonna step in front, knees touch the floor, tapos tatayo ka. Sa dulo kasi, Kuya Kim, ano na siya, parang 100 meters yung iwa-walking lunges mo na bawal kang tigil or bawal mo ibaba yung sandbag. And to think na dulo na siya ng race. So
second to the last exercise.
Second to the last exercise na siya. So medyo ubus ka na talaga at that point.
So yung legs mo medyo nanginginig na tsaka medyo crampy ka na.
Yes, wala na. Parang malapit na mag-cramps talaga. So lahat ng mga Hyrox race experience ko, dun talaga parang may tanning na yung mga step mo, alam mo yun. Pag nag-step ka ng mali or parang na-flex mo lang ng todo yung legs, baka biglang manigas na yung legs mo. So,
at pag nanigas yan, yung pinakahuling station ay?
Wall ball pa. May wall ball. So
ilang
yung wall ball
naman,
100 wall balls. So yung wall ball is, mag-squat down ka, titira mo yung ball for like a 10 feet target for the men's ata or a little lower for the women's. Yun naman, 100, medyo ubus ka rin talaga.
Ubus ka rin dun. Pero hindi yun ang pinakamahirap para sa'yo.
Hindi, lunges talaga.
Lunges. Marami nagsasabi lunges talaga.
Yeah.
Saka yun daw kasing wall balls, meron ka ng adrenaline. Patapos ka na eh.
Yes.
Alam mo na, you can go all out kasi wala ka ng...
ito na yun.
Wala ng pacing.
Parang bibigay mo na lahat sa wall balls. Kaya, okay naman. Alam mong matatapos ka na.
Yeah.
Yung lunges, parang... Baka di pa ako umabot sa wall ball. Parang ganun pa yung isipin mo pag nag-cramps ka.
What was your record-breaking time to win the pro?
So, my record-breaking time was 1 hour, 10 minutes, and 56 seconds.
1 hour, 10 minutes.
10 minutes, 56 seconds. Yeah. Alam ko malayo pa siya sa mga records ng pro talaga.
Yung mga puti. Yeah.
Yung mga Elite 15. The Elite 15, they can go up to like, now may bagong record, 52. 52 minutes and 30
Pabilis, no?
Sobrang bilis talaga.
Alam mo, aabot ng ano yan. Siguro in 10 years, nasa mga 30s na yan eh.
Grabe naman yun. Sobrang superhuman na ata yung mga ganun. But yeah, 52 yung latest record.
So 1 hour and 10 minutes. Ano yung time na tinalo mo?
There was a guy in States, he was Filipino, but yun yung kinout na record. I think his time was 1 hour 11:50 also. So 1 minute bigger than that.
So meron palang, ang totoong may record holder pala niyan, nasa isang amboy.
Yes. Hindi, Filipino, but he lives in the States. So parang this page who counts all the Filipino records, parang nakita niya lahat eh.
So tinalo mo pala yung Filipino na nasa States.
Yes.
Kala ko iba yung tinalo mo eh. Yun pala yung target mo talaga.
Yung ano dito, Filipino na based, I think si Coach Gab is 116 at that time.
116. Tapos ang time mo is 110. So tinalo mo ng 6 minutes.
Pero ano na yun, ibang record. But at that race, same naman kami. He did 1:13:30. So
tinalo mo ng
PR din naman.
3 minutes?
Mga 2 minutes lang.
2 minutes?
Yeah, bibilis pa rin naman yun.
How did you do it? Anong ginawa mo?
I focused on my runs, Kuya Kim. Kasi, yun nga, coming from a CrossFit background or functional building background, I mean, we almost do the same workouts naman before, di ba? Tapos alam natin may strength naman na tayo. And I just realized sa Hyrox, if you really want to get better, run talaga yung kailangan mong i-improve. So that time, I was actually training for a marathon. So medyo kumarga yung training ko. So kasi nauna yung marathon dreams ko before nag-open up yung Hyrox.
Kasi yung misis mo, marathoner.
Yeah, gusto niyang mag-marathon.
Ang misis po ni Mauro, you follow her on Instagram.
Marlene Capones.
Marlene Capones, one of the top fitness influencers.
Yes.
Maganda po yan. Tsaka napaka-fit, no? Sobra.
Yes.
Iba na katawan ni Min ngayon, ha?
Mas addict na siya mag-workout
No,
ngayon.
I've seen her evolve.
Yeah, grabe.
Kasi 5-6 years ago, when I was starting in Hyrox training, sabi ko, fit na si Min nun eh.
Yeah.
Ngayon, maskulada na. Galing eh.
Parang labas na ulit yung six-pack niya.
Labas ng six-pack.
Na-addict mag-bike eh.
Oo,
Gusto
kasama
niya
nila
mag-bike
Anton eh.
talaga.
Oh, lakas magbike eh.
Yeah.
But you know, Mau, I remember, when you were starting out running, kasabay pa kita nun eh.
Yes,
Sabi ko, ang bagal ni Mauro. Hindi ayari pa kita nun eh.
Oo,
But
sabay
because
tayo.
of, sa consistency mo kasi, grabe eh.
Yeah.
Bumilis ka ng bumilis sobra eh.
Honestly, yun nga, yung ikaw nagsimula nun, yung Ayala runs natin.
Yeah.
Yun yung isa sa pinaka-craze din yun. I always go in Ayala because
We started that eh.
we
Tayo
started
lang ang
that.
tao nun eh.
I think we started that naman. But you were always inviting me to those runs. So, masaya.
Di ka pa nakaka-break 1 hour nun every 10K.
Mahina pa ako. Mahina talaga ako tumakbo dati. But yun, parang
But
na-enjoy
grabe
ko na
ka
rin.
ngayon. What's your 10K time?
10K, I just recently did the PR 43. 43 minutes. Sub 45.
Alam mo
Malayo
yung-
na sa sub Piolo.
Oo, Sub-Piolo. Alam mo Sub-Piolo, no? You know
Yes.
alam mo history niyan, Sub-Piolo run?
Yes.
Anong history niyan?
He ran his first 10K, 47.
Yeah.
Tama ba?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I remember. I think it was for Unilab. One of those runs, mga 2011 or 2010. He ran, tapos 47. Noong una, when Piolo was running, sabi nila, mabagal yan. Kasi yan ang palaging pula sa artista eh.
Yeah.
Puro forma lang yan. Siya lang yung endorser lang yan. Pero mahina tumakbo yan. Ang ganda pa ng katawan ni Piolo, maskulado. Maskulado, Borta, mabagal yan. Puro, ang daming ganun kay Piolo.
Ganun yung judgment
Ganun
talaga.
yung judgment. And then he ran his first 10K. Boom! 47.
47, grabe
Sabi ng mga mga bashers, ay, mabilis pala. Kaya naging sub-Piolo. If you break 47 minutes, then that's your sub-Piolo.
Oh my God.
It's been how many years? More than 10 years already. The term is still there, sub-Piolo.
Ngayon, Kuya Kim, merong bagong
Bago?
artista.
David Licao ko.
Yes.
Isa pa yun.
First 10K, 41.
Halimaw yun, si David.
Sub-David na ba yung tawag doon?
Sub-David yun. Mahirap mabit yung sub-David.
Mas mahirap yun, grabe.
My best 10K time is 45 eh.
Grabe.
And that was 15 years ago. Pero alam mo, may kwento ko dyan kay David Licao ko.
Props to David.
Yeah, halimaw. David, halimaw ka. Pag sinabing halimaw sa running, ibig sabihin magaling ka.
Malakas
ka.
magaling.
I remember David messaged me. Siguro before his Hyrox. Kuya Kim, let's train naman together. Sabi ko, sure. Yabang ko pa eh. Sure. Are you doing Hyrox soon?
Yeah.
Sabi nga niya, ano ba yung Hyrox niya?
Taiwan nata.
I'm doing Hyrox Taiwan. Ganito yan. Bigyan kita ng tip. sa ski erg, wag mo sasagarin. Ang row mo, wag mo sasagarin. And then you give a little something on the run. Ganyan. Binigyan ko ng tip.
Pacing.
Bro, nung nakita ko yung time, sabi ko, tinext ko ulit, ikaw David, hihingi ka pa ng advice. Halimaw ka pala. Nakakaya magbigay ng advice.
Sandbagger pala eh, no?
Ang galing. David.
Yeah. Lakas.
Halimaw ka. And the good thing about David also, hindi rin siya mayabang.
Yeah.
Believe ako sa mga taong hindi mayabang.
Chill lang.
Marami kasing mayabang, puro yabang eh.
Oo nga, ano talaga.
And then if there's one thing about you also, Mau, humble ka rin eh.
Thank you. I try to be.
Yeah. But
pero
before,
I don't need to be, parang
it's nothing to prove.
nothing to prove, yeah.
Everyone's happy. Now, if there's one thing about the running community now, ano siya, inclusive eh.
Yes.
I remember kasi in the first running wave, 2009 when I started, 2010, ano yun? Hindi inclusive yun.
Talaga?
Hindi. Ano yun? Ang nagpo-post ng time, pag maganda ang time mo.
Ooh.
Pag maganda ang time mo, post ka. Pero pag pangit ang time mo, nahiya ka.
Okay.
So, alam mo kung sino yung mabagal, alam mo kung sino yung mabilis. At yung mga high-profile runners, yung mabibilis.
Oo.
Yung mga mababagal, nagtatago sa anino. Kasi, nakakaya eh.
Oo.
Hindi inclusive nun. Very exclusive. Only to the fast and the best.
Oo.
Ngayon, iba na ang running community.
Iba na. Everyone supports each other.
Correct.
Naman.
And you can run slow.
Yes.
You can run fast.
Oo.
You may be a bit bulky. You may be thin.
Yeah.
But if you run, then you're part of the community. And that's good.
Tama. It's iba rin. Sobrang daming run club ngayon. Ang daming mga groups of people who just just do their own run talaga kahit anong pace nila. They don't need to boast anything or something like that. Even sa time. Basta they just run and they enjoy, they make content out of it. It's it's admirable talaga.
Galing, no?
Super ganda.
Actually, I enjoy our Ayala runs eh.
Yes.
Kasi
I super enjoy Ayala.
Ano yun eh, there's so many things to see. Ang kalaban natin sa running kasi lalo na pagka long run is boredom.
Yes.
And in Ayala, you're not bored.
Exactly.
Because you see so many beautiful people, so many interesting people, some friends.
Tama.
But you cannot run fast kasi nga ang daming harang.
Minsan, madaming harang, madaming naglalakad.
Madaming naglalakad, may aso.
May aso.
May aso, may roller skates.
Yes. May mga bike din.
May bike din, pero enjoy ka.
Yeah.
Basta it's talagang advisable to do your long runs in Ayala. Pag zone 2 ka lang.
Yeah.
Kasi yung 15K, 3 ikot lang.
Iba yung feeling eh. Tapos after that, mag-coffee ka, di ba? Ang daming mga restaurants around. So it's really it's a vibe, kumbaga.
It's a vibe.
It's a vibe. Masaya.
What is the history of Mauro Lumba? Saan ka nagsimula sa athleticism mo?
I guess when I was really young, pinasok talaga ako ng parents ko sa sports. I started out basketball. Na-addict ako sa basketball when I was a kid. So yun lang. When
Don
I was
Bosco, Mandaluyong ka, di ba?
Makati.
Pareho tayo. Makati.
Yun, nag-player ako sa Makati and then
Varsity ka? Don Bosco,
varsity, grade school, high school. Tapos nung college, I studied in UST pero hindi ako nakapasok sa UAAP eh. But I did
Masyado kang
like
maliit.
the college teams. Hindi naman. Madaming malalakas din and madaming palakasan. Parang ganun.
May ganun ha?
Pero anyway, okay lang naman. Parang it's a thing na okay lang na hindi ko rin naman nakuha kasi it drifted me into something better. But yung mentality ko towards fitness, towards workout, dati pa lang nung bata, nandun na. Tapos after my basketball days, I went into gym, mga workouts.
This was in the 90s already? Or 2000 na?
Doon 2000s na kuya. 2000.
Nakakalimutan ko, bata ka nga pala. Ilan to ka nga ba, no?
33 kuya Kim.
33. Okay. Then, 2000s.
Baby pa ako noon kuya Kim, 90s. But yeah, 2000s workout. Doon parang medyo yung mga gym buff, di ba? Papaganda ng katawan. And then I started joining Century Tuna. As after that,
and you won Century Tuna.
Yes, I won Century Tuna. That's one of my biggest achievements also. And then I got bored with weightlifting, aesthetics.
Because your weightlifting then was aesthetic weightlifting.
For aesthetics lang naman. Hindi naman ako nag-powerlift, hindi ako chase ng mga PR sa squat and stuff like that. Wala pa rin ako idea sa mga CrossFit nun eh. Kaya puro gym lang talaga ako, aesthetics. I got bored. And then I got into martial arts also. I found Muay Thai, which I fell in love with also. And then, nagtuloy-tuloy ako. I've done a few amateur fights and I was briefly part of the national team.
In Muay Thai?
In Muay Thai. So,
did you win any medals when you're part of the national team?
Bronze medal lang.
In
I did
what competition?
SEA Games.
SEA Games. So SEA Games bronze medalist ka pala, Mauro?
Yes.
Galing!
Wala na lang yun. It's a great experience for me to be in the SEA Games. Masaya. And after that, I continued on to CrossFit and now into Hyrox. So yun yung trajectory or history.
But when I met you a few years ago, you were one of my coaches in Metcon, no?
Yes.
Paano ka naman napasok sa Metcon nun?
With Coach Anton as well, with Min, kasi si Min, friend niya at si Coach Anton. And then I started working out there also. I was a client there also in Metcon. And then doon ako na-start mag-coaching. He just presented the opportunity for me to coach there. And to be honest, okay naman. I really learned a lot in Metcon in terms of working out, functional bodybuilding, CrossFit.
Yeah.
I did a lot of my experience there. So grateful for that opportunity also. And then, ayun na.
I remember because you're such a good coach. Nagkaroon ka na ng maraming mga personal clients, di ba? And naging paborito ka rin ng mga artista eh. At one point, you were training Kathryn Bernardo, di ba?
Yes, I'm still training her. Yeah, I'm still training her. And yun, may opportunity lang. Century gave me that opportunity actually.
Yeah.
Parang they had this big campaigns.
Yeah, because you had to make Kathryn look really fit, no?
Yes. I trained Aga as well. And,
payat na si Aga
Richard.
ngayon, ha?
Okay lang. Kaya pa si Rags.
Hindi, love ko yan si Aga. I tell
super love
Aga,
ko si
when I see
Aga.
Aga all the time, I want your face. Sabi naman, I want your body.
Yeah.
Hali tayo.
Miss ko na yan, Sir Ags. Pero yun, honestly, I was gonna tell you also, you're my first celebrity client.
Naku naman, ha? Talaga?
Oh, I was in a call kanina lang. Somebody was interviewing me also for a thing. And tinanong niya na, sino ba yung first I think, ang sinabi ko, the first one who really believed in me was you. Oo naman.
Maiyak naman ako niya, bro.
Hindi, syempre, bago pa lang ako nun eh. Bago lang ako nun. And then, you're really nice to me as well.
Yeah.
Hindi kayong parang, kasi I know you have a lot of experience now. Of course, you have your triathlon, you have your gym, but whenever I was training you, you're always listening. You're always trying to learn new stuff also. So it gave me confidence in myself also na, okay, kaya ko naman pala mag-train.
Ako
ng
naman,
ano.
thank you, Mauro.
Oh, it's
Salamat.
really honestly, I was gonna say, it's you're my first big celebrity client na believed in me. So malaking ano yun. Malaking factor sa akin yun.
If there's one thing I can say naman about your
Yeah.
coaching, paborito ka rin namin sa gym. Kasi mabait ka.
Oh, chill lang ako.
Chill ka. Hindi,
That's my
tsaka,
coaching style
ang
lang.
coaching style mo mabait, and then you'll tell us what to do
Yeah.
without force.
Yeah.
Walang
yeah.
porsahan, walang galit.
Yeah,
Walang
wala
galit.
namang ganun.
Iba-ibang character kasi sa gym eh.
Yeah.
Minsan parang yung drill sergeant, importante.
Yeah, yeah.
Hindi ka drill sergeant.
Kailangan
Saka
may
gentle
mga-
coach.
Yes.
Alam niyo, marami nagtatanong sa akin, ano bang sikreto ko for my fitness at my age? I'm almost 59 years old. Of course, given ang regular exercise, given na rin ang healthy diet, but not everyone knows that I swear by Sante Barley, and I've been taking Sante Barley for so many years now. Sante Barley is a certified organic and barley grass from New Zealand. At certified ito ng BioGrow. It's good for digestion and strengthens your immunity dahil puno ito ng nutrients at antioxidants. That's why I live for more with Sante Barley. Pero I remember, Mauro, no? 2 years ago, nagkaroon ng Century Tuna, no? Superbody. Of course, Yo is my friend. Chris Po is my friend. No? Nagkaroon ng Century Superbody. Hindi ka na Superbody noon. Tapos ka na noon eh. But you were coaching Kathryn Bernardo. You're coaching Kathryn Bernardo, and then finally, nagkaroon ng mga winners 2 years ago. Winners, pam, 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 pam. The next day, you expect the winners to be in the news, di ba? Ang nasa news, si Kathryn Bernardo. Sabi niya, my coach is the most handsome coach in the country.
Hindi naman. Yung ano
Ay,
lang yun.
sabi, ikaw tuloy, inalap ng lahat ng mga tao. Sino ba yung coach niya? Sino yung coach niya? Naging ikaw tuloy yung star ng Century Superbody 2 years ago.
Shout out to Kathryn. Si Kat lang may gawa na lahat yan. So
Oh
parang,
my.
she just parang ano lang siya. Shinout out niya lang ako that night kasi it was like the big reveal. And parang shinout out niya lang,
She was so happy with her body. That's
I've
why.
trained with my coach, ganyan-ganyan. Tapos ang nakuha ng news, Kathryn introduces hot new trainer. Sabi ko, oh my God. Pero okay naman. Grateful for that. Also.
Oo naman. Tsaka yun din ang panahon na meron kang billboard sa EDSA. Ano ba yung billboard? Ano ba yung billboard
Huwag na natin pag-usapan yun.
Bakit naman? Proud ka dapat sa produktong yun eh.
Hindi, okay naman.
Ano yung produktong yun?
Jen Melata. Dive.
Dive.
It's the
Lahat ng mga stylist namin sa GMA, bro, ikaw ang idol eh.
Katapat pa naman ng GMA. Yun.
Bro, araw-araw ko nakikita yung billboard mo ron, nakatapat dun sa bintana namin.
Oh my God.
But you should be proud of that also.
Yeah. I'm happy about it.
Ang tagal mo rin sa EDSA eh. Parang 6 months kaya nakahilata ron sa EDSA.
Sana walang mga nabangga doon. And to be, yung sa baba doon ng billboard na yun, church.
Pabira, doon ka pa nilagay.
Yun nga.
Naalala ko yung kwento mo sa kakwento ko ha.
Go
Naalala
lang.
ko yung kwento mo dyan sa billboard mo na yan. Kung maalala po ninyo, merong billboard dun sa Timog Corner EDSA. Malaki. At ang nakalagay, dive. Si Mauro po, nakaupo.
Naka-shorts naman ako.
Naka-shorts, tapos nakahilata ka ron.
Yeah.
Naalala ko, sabi sa'yo nung photographer, dami mong spread nun, no? Iba-ibang damit, iba-ibang post. Tapos sinabi sa'yo parang, subukan mo naman tong post na to.
Try lang.
Try lang natin. Tsak, ganun lang. Mamaya, yung pala yung billboard.
Oh my God. They get you for that one talaga.
No, but be proud of that.
Yeah.
It's a good product, no?
Okay naman. Yeah.
Pero iba lang yung post mo.
Iba lang. Medyo controversial.
Controversial.
Okay naman.
So, Mauro, what are you preparing for this coming years?
I'm getting into Hyrox more and more.
What's your next Hyrox race?
I'm
You
gonna
have to
do
defend your
one
title.
in this coming May 9. It's a Hyrox Hong Kong.
Uy.
So I'm gonna try to beat my record in the Hyrox Pro also. So yun. And big goals ko syempre in the future na makapag sub 1 din tayo. Mga Filipinos. And makapag sub 1 sa Pro or sub 1 sa Open. So those are my big goals also. And
But the most important record in Hyrox is Hyrox Pro, not
Yeah.
Hyrox Open.
okay lang. Yeah, Pro.
Humble ka talaga.
Natin yung Pro talaga.
So everyone is looking at Pro to beat
Yeah.
your record.
Yeah.
Anong gagawin mo para hindi ka nila mahabol?
Syempre, I'll train myself to exhaustion, gaya nga ni Kobe, sabi niya. But yeah, tuloy-tuloy lang, being consistent, staying on top of my game. Syempre, dapat hindi ka lang din mawawala. Alam mo yun. Just be consistent, to be honest. Yun lang yung sikreto. And then, you
Anong
build up.
lamang? Talented o consistent?
Consistent talaga, Kuya Kim.
Maraming talented, di tumatagal, no?
Maraming talented na wala, nasusunog din out. But yun, consistency talaga is, I think, one of the most important values that you should have. Not just in fitness, but even as a person. Dapat
life,
consistent ka in life. Yeah.
Well, you've always been consistent, Mauro. But more than that, what really struck me in your personality is you're humble.
Thank you.
You've always been humble. That's why sabi nga nila yung mga humble tinataas at yung mga mahihiyabang pinababa. That's even biblical. So that's why people are cheering for you and rooting for you because they know that you're unassuming and that you're very humble.
Yeah, I try to be, just down to earth lang talaga. I mean, you don't need to be boastful about anything. Parang whatever's given to you is given to you. Yeah.
So preparing for this coming Hyrox, what aspect of your training are you focusing on?
Runs pa rin ako, Kuya Kim. I'll try to get faster in the runs. Yeah.
And how will you do that?
Training. I will do more.
More volume or more speed?
More speed na ngayon. Kasi I think I've done a fair share of volume na. Kasi yun nga, before the Osaka, I was training a lot of volume, which worked naman kasi I was training for marathon, which worked in the race. But now I'll try to go faster. Kasi a lot of, the big chunk of Hyrox pa rin is mostly running.
Okay.
So I need to get faster lang. More tempo runs, more intervals, more speed work. So, ayun. Yun ang kailangan natin paghandaan.
Ano mas importante sa Hyrox? Working for your strength dun sa stations or run?
I think you have to have the right balance. Madaming runners na mabibilis talaga. But then
Hindi naman makatulak ng sled.
Yun lang. Yun ang biggest fear. Kasi
marami naman ang lakas tumulak ng sled.
Marami din.
Mabagal
naman tumakbo. So you have to really, in Hyrox talaga, it's you have to you have to have the right balance. Hindi lang siya talaga runner ka or malakas ka. You have to be hybrid, kumbaga. Yun talaga yung secret to that. So you work on your runs and then work on your strength also. So one thing will suffer, alam mo yun, but you have to be at the middle lang talaga.
Kaya nga hybrid
Hybrid talaga.
I know the meaning of Hyrox but explain nga the meaning of Hyrox. Ano ba? What
Hyrox
does Hyrox
Rockstar
mean?
ba? Hindi ko alam Yun ba? Hyrox Rockstar?
Hindi.
Di ba?
Hyrox was invented in Germany about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And because they're German, they don't know the correct usage of English. Hindi nila alam kung ano yung baduy, ano yung hindi baduy. Ang ibig sabihin ng Hyrox hybrid rockstar.
Ayun nga yun.
Baduy,
hybrid
no?
rockstar.
Hybrid rockstar.
Hybrid rockstar. Parang gumawa na lang
Gumawa na lang. Parang Japanese English di ba? Mga Japanese ganyan sila.
Yeah.
Hindi naman sila English speaker. We'll name it
Hyrox.
hybrid rockstar. Hyrox. So yun ang ibig sabihin ng Hyrox
Yeah. Ano naman? Okay naman.
If anyone wants to start in Hyrox, how should they start? What do they train first?
First things first, you have to run. Okay? Yun talaga. You have to build your aerobic capacity, kung sabihin nga nila. And then, next na is your strength. Of course, you have to be used to the movements. You have to try all the movements used with pushing weight and carrying weight. And then, one important aspect also, if you're doing Hyrox, is the mental game. Kasi alam mo, masakit talaga yun yung Hyrox. So one way or another, you're gonna hurt in the race. But it's just a matter of you trying to push yourself when you're tired. So, kailangan medyo malakas din yung mental capacity mo if you want to try Hyrox. So, run, get your strength in, and then, yun.
How about nutrition? How does nutrition play?
Nutrition also, sorry. Nutrition
Paano
really
nutrition
plays a
mo?
good part. Ako, kain lang ng carbs, maraming carbs. Parang, you know it, like in Ironman.
So, one gel every 30 minutes?
Yeah, one gel every 30 minutes. But, of course, because it's a short race, I do like a gel before, gel after 2 stations, pwede na ako mag-gel kung kaya, tapos another station. So, bali mga naka 3 din ako. 3 or 4 gels. So, every 2 stations, I try to take a gel. Yeah. Dati kasi I did 1 lang. Hirap din Parang kulang. Kulang talaga. So, you need to depends on your body type. Pero ako, I like to take gels.
But also, you have to train with your nutrition.
Yes.
Kasi pagka ginawa mo yung race day lang, baka magtai ka naman.
Tama. Yeah. You need to get used to those running gels din.
Alam mo, I remember, in my Hyrox race in Yokohama.
Yeah, you did it with Sam. I did it with Sam.
With Sam. Lakas si Sam, no?
Nakasabay.
Nakakatawa yan si Sam, Ano yun gigil yan palagi. Talagang gusto mabilis palagi. Competitive
Yeah.
No, but I remember kasi in Bangkok, when I was watching you guys, I wasn't able to race there dahil nabalian ako ng rib
Yeah.
But I was supporting you. Nakita ko ang daming kalat. Ang yung mga gel wrappers.
Oh, okay.
Nakikita ko marami, nandun lang
Oh my God, okay.
But in Japan,
Wala.
Wala. At saka pag nakitaan ka nagtapo ng gel, I think minus 5 minutes. May penalty yata. So may penalty yung tapo ng
The
gel
gels.
wrapper sa
Yeah.
Japan.
Okay.
Pero I think all over yata ganun dapat eh. But because in Bangkok, they're not too conscious. In Japan, they're more conscious.
Ano na, they had to make that rule also. I
Baka
think,
ito the rule later on, no?
later on. Kasi parang yun nga, actually, bawal nga daw dumura, bawal mag punas ng ilong,
Yung
or
mga
bawal,
Asian brothers natin, kasama sa training nila, hindi natin papangalanan ng race. Pero kasama sa training nila, dura eh.
Tama.
Dura. Pag tumatakbo, nasa una mo yung mga brothers natin na yun,
Yeah.
baka matamaan ka ng dura eh.
Wala. Bawal. Penalty. Or parang baka madiki ka pa nga. I think they made that rule after a while.
Yeah.
Bawal magkalat talaga.
Pati dura at saka singa.
Kasi nga, bawal ka din magbuhos ng tubig.
Bawal magbuhos ng tubig.
Oo, bawal yun. Kasi syempre, mababasa yung mga turf and stuff. So, bawal daw.
Well,
Dapat very clean. Yeah.
Ang Hyrox venue nga malamig eh. Merong temperature requirement eh. Pag ginawa nila sa mainit kasi yun, pwedeng makamatay ng tao yan because ang taas ng heart rate mo.
Baka madami. Doon pa nga lang sa malalamig, madami ng kinakramps eh. Sa mainit pa kaya.
Why is there not a Hyrox race in the Philippines? Why does it have to be abroad?
Honestly, I just think it's a venue it's a venue issue. It's a venue problem. Because when you try these Hyrox races abroad, sobrang ganda talaga. Ang laki ng venue. Tapos, one of the most important things is the transportation. Dahil ang dali lang mag-train, punta ka sa venue, matapos ka isang oras, balik ka na. Diba? And the capacity is like 9,000 to 18,000 people. Ganun yung iba. Dito, hindi mo naman magagawa na mag-train lang sa isang venue. Like, let's say, SMX. Ano yun? Lahat mag-grab, lahat magkokotse. Diba? Sobrang traffic, sobrang... yun, it's a venue thing lang. I think that's the only problem.
Venue ang problema. Do we have a potential venue already in the Philippines?
I think, from what I've heard, they're still looking at that area, MOA area, SMX area.
Yeah,
They're trying to do it, but I'm not sure if it's gonna push through.
feasible,
Yeah,
no?
we'll see.
Okay, how does one join Hyrox?
Register lang.
Register.
Just-
Okay.
Yeah.
And ang Hyrox po kasi it's a good race station eh.
Yes.
Because it's not in the Philippines, it's in tourist places abroad, no?
It's actually an excuse to travel.
It's an excuse to travel.
Yeah.
And then, the good thing about Hyrox compared to, let's say, Ironman or marathon, after a marathon, ayaw mong umikot eh.
Exactly.
Maski kinabukasan, ayaw mong umikot eh. Sa Hyrox, pagkatapos ng isang oras mo ng karera, tara, ano tayo,
pwede
tayo,
na.
walwal tayo, pwede.
Yeah.
Pwede because you're
Pwedeng.
you're not too tired, no?
Yes. It only takes about max siguro 2 hours. Or
Mabagal ka na nun.
Super bagal mo na nun. But yeah, after that, you can just enjoy the sights. Yung iba nga, madami nagba-back-to-back races pa.
Kayo
Diba?
ni Min.
Back-to-back. So, kayang-kaya
I
talaga.
remember si Min at saka ikaw, meron kayong doubles, meron kayong
May
tapos
solo,
may solo.
doubles. Si
Tas
Min,
may relay.
Wala pa, di pa na pag-relay. Pero si Min, she did like a back-to-back, like 1 hour lang pagitan na race.
Ganun siya
Like
kalakas.
mixed doubles kami. This was in Bangkok last year.
Yeah, I
also.
remember.
Tapos nag-mix women.
And both good time.
Good time. Very good time.
Okay, balik tayo dun sa, they register in a website.
Yes.
So, i-google mo lang Hyrox. And then,
May link sila that it's in their bio sa Instagram. Mostly you can check it on Instagram or and on their website also. Very easy.
how much
may
do
link
you
there.
pay per race?
I think depends on the country but nag-average siya na for solo races it's around maybe 7 to 10K. For doubles parang syempre I think you pay the same rate also mga ganun.
Per person,
Per
per
person siya. So mga 15 or 17 pag doubles kayo. But depends on the country. In Singapore, it's a lot more expensive. Parang 11K yata yung race. But yeah, around that range.
And there are many Hyrox races all over the world, no? Saan yung mga prime Hyrox locations? May Paris yun eh. Alam ko next month eh.
Paris. Oh, you were gonna go dapat, di ba?
Nung namatay si Emma, I canceled all my races first.
Yeah.
So I'm focusing on strength lang.
Okay,
Strength lang
okay.
yan, yeah.
Yeah. How are you, by the way? Good.
Well,
Getting there.
there are days when it's good. There are days. The grief will always be there.
Yeah.
But you get bigger and the heart gets bigger. But my training now, I don't want to
Yeah.
pressure myself first. Ayoko
Okay.
muna kumarera.
Yes,
So I'm
yes,
working on
yes.
strength.
Yeah.
So I'm getting a bit bigger now and stronger. Less cardio, pero more strength.
That's good. That's
But
good.
whatever training I do, the gym is my therapy place.
Therapy.
Therapy place. So I grieve less.
Okay.
when I'm worked out. When
That's
I'm,
good. That's good. Happy to hear that.
Yeah.
Are you gunning for a race also? Dapat maybe next
Well,
year na.
supposedly kasi before Eman passed, I signed up for Osaka, I signed up for Paris, and I signed up for Hong Kong. Tatlo dapat yun eh.
Ooh.
Pero
Yeah. Understandable.
nawala yung urge ko
Fire, yeah.
yung fire ko to train hard and to race eh. Sabi ko, my nervous system and my emotion got really worn out because of what happened. So it's best to just chill.
muna.
Workout,
Yeah.
but chill.
Yeah.
Ang nangyari, lumaki naman ang katawan ko, bro. Kasi
Grabe,
binaganan.
sobrang solid mo nga ngayon.
Ang laki nga eh. Nagulat ako dahil binago ko yung workout eh. Less
Yeah.
cardio.
Yeah.
And then ang RP ko 9. And then
Yeah.
ang rep scheme ko mababa. Pagtingin ko sa lamin ko, wow, lumaki katawan ko bigla.
Yeah, I see your squats and stories. Grabe, bibigat, mga deadlift and stuff.
But
Very
of course,
good.
because may coach,
Yes.
nakabantay sa form ko eh.
Exactly.
That's the point of a
Exactly.
coach eh. Like in Metcon, doon sina Coach Raymond, sina Anton, I tell them, RPE 9 tayo ngayon. So,
Bantay.
I want to do RPE 9. But if my form is not correct on the first rep, pigilin nyo na ako, papalitan
Yeah.
ko yung weight ko.
Yeah.
Dahil nakabantay sila, I'm able to do RPE 9 without fear.
Yes.
Kasi kung walang coach, RPE 9, pero bad form,
Yeah.
injury bro.
Patay ka.
Patay.
Oo.
Lalo na squats.
Exactly. Squats, deadlift, yan yung mga ano eh.
But bro, alam mo talaga, I really believe that the king of all exercises is really squat and deadlift. Eh.
Tama ka naman.
I think
Tama
that those two exercises is the root of all the other movements eh.
Exactly. Yeah. Squats talaga, honestly, pag malakas ka mag-squat, parang kaya mo na yung...
Lahat.
You can do everything. You can do everything, to be honest. Deadlift, medyo mahirap pa nga eh. But if you're strong in deadlift, that's very, very good also.
Ang deadlift kasi I realized in my strength training this year, a lot of it is physics. Being able to use your legs and then your body weight at a certain
Exactly.
point.
Yeah.
Kasi pag nilikod mo,
Yeah, patay ka. Yun nga. I think a lot of people injure themselves because they do that.
nililikod eh.
They don't engage their legs, their core. Parang,
Most of it is legs and then you lean back.
ginagawa nila likod lang talaga. Ayun, kaya maraming na
Yari tayo dyan.
nangyayari sa deadlift. But yeah, going back to your point, padaming magandang races in the around the world for Hyrox. So yun, one dream also is Paris. It's really nice there. But
Alam
around
mo,
there, yung...
kung hindi nangyari bang nangyari,
Oo.
yayayain ka sana ni Feli mag-Paris eh.
Oo nga, yeah, she messaged me before. Sayang.
Di natuloy.
Oo.
Di natuloy eh.
Di bale, baka next year.
Si Mauro kasi
Try pa.
malakas na talagang trainer ng mga mommy. Napopogian sa kanya,
The
na-inspire
mommies.
sa kanila eh. If one wants to start out in Hyrox, what advice do you give them?
Take it slow. Take it slow muna and just try. Like what I said in a lot of my clients, try lang muna. Siyempre, hindi mo pa naman alam kung gusto mo siya or hindi, di ba? Or if you set your mind to really doing a Hyrox, you need to do the movements muna.
And what are these movements?
Yun.
The 8 stations.
The 8 stations,
Yeah, 8
yes.
stations,
You need to try it. But of course, yun nga, the first and foremost tip is you need to run. You need to have a running base.
Yeah.
And yun, try the movements. And of course, you need to have a good coach also to guide you.
That helps a lot. Ako talaga, I strongly advise about getting a coach because it cuts the learning curve.
Exactly.
If you do it alone, kasi matagal ang learning
Tama,
curve bago ka
tama.
matuto na injure ka pa.
Oo, kung mag-isa mo lang, kung sinesearch mo lang lagi sa internet kung anong gagawin, mas maganda may tumitingin din talaga sa'yo. Yeah. So, yun, try it. It's really fun.
If they want to avail of your coaching, how do they get in touch with you?
DM na lang muna for now kasi yun, medyo full din yung sked, but you can just message me. I'll try to
You can
accommodate.
still accommodate, no?
Yes.
So
Kaya
how do they
naman.
DM you? Ano mga social media pages mo?
Instagram, at Mauro Lumba, and Facebook, yun lang. Mostly Instagram. Yeah, just follow me on Instagram.
Okay, last topic I want to talk about is usong-usong mga peptides. What do you think of peptides?
Naririnig ko na siya. I've researched a
A
little
lot of
bit
our friends
about
are
it.
into it eh.
Really? So far, parang nakikita ko wala pa namang bad review. But
Yeah.
I'm still studying it. Pero may friend kasi ako na doctor. Parang I asked about it. Ang ano lang niya, ang unang advice niya lang sa akin is parang kailangan daw mag-blood work. Parang mga ganun, di ba?
Yeah.
Kasi I think ang mga peptides is yung in layman's term, may mga binubuhay siyang cells sa body mo.
Yeah,
diba?
these are amino acids, no? And different amino acids cater to different kinds of abilities in the body. You can lose weight, or
Okay.
meron para sa buhok, meron
Okay.
para sa tulog, Meron para sa...
madami daw different
Meron pa yung
Oh.
quick recovery and then strength, no?
Yeah. I guess okay naman siya. Pero hindi ko pa nasubukan. Pero parang madaming magandang reviews naman.
Yeah.
But yun, sabi ng friend ko is you need to get your blood work muna ata.
As much as possible, supervised by a doctor.
Oo,
Kasi there are many sources of peptides now.
Tama.
Maraming galing sa China. Alam mo naman galing sa China, baka kung ano laman nun.
Ayun nga daw. Yun nga yung sabi niya. Tapos yun, ang na-remember ko lang is baka daw makabuhay lang din daw ng cancer cells. So kung ganun, parang syempre better to be safe na lang din muna.
Parang if you're prone to cancer,
Exactly.
merong mga potential cancer cells,
Yun.
habang yung mga good cells binubuhay niya, pati mga bad cells binubuhay din niya. No?
Yes.
Kasi wala naman siyang, hindi naman niya alam kung ano yung,
Yes.
ano yung dapat buhayin.
Parang ganun yung pagkaka-explain niya sa akin. So maganda na safe ka na lang din. Or parang may
Or
doctor.
if ever you do it, siguro better to get it from a doctor. Or
Exactly.
from a medical
Yeah.
source.
Siguro from a doctor much better. Pero I guess hindi naman siguro siya parang steroids, no? Parang it just really...
It's not illegal.
It's not illegal.
Not illegal, yeah.
Oh, parang I guess it just really helps the body to repair or parang gano'n. Naririnig ko rin sa mga ibang podcast yan. So, I hear a lot of good feedback about it. So, sana mas may okay din
No,
naman
short
dito.
of peptides, what are the good supplements that one has to take?
I take creatine.
I take creatine too, yeah.
Creatine, I think, is one of the best supplements that you can have.
Ilang milligrams? Ano?
5 lang ako a day ko.
Ako 10 ako.
Nagti-10 ka.
10 ako, yeah.
I guess sometimes, pagka medyo leading up to race day, naglo-load up lang din ako. I can go up to 10 also. But daily 5 milligrams is okay.
Yeah.
And,
Why creatine? What is it about creatine?
Dami siyang benefits ko yun. I don't know if it's, tama. Pero, muscle recovery, it's for the brain also, marami siyang studies. Brain fog, super dami niyang studies about the brain and how it helps, cognitive abilities. Yun, also may muscle building aspect din siya, tapos muscle endurance. So maraming mostly benefits.
What I read about creatine is it hydrates your muscle. Kumbaga,
Yes.
so when you look at your muscles after creatine, you look bigger. You look jacked, di ba? You look jacked.
Parang siksik na
Siksik
ka.
na siksik. And one thing good about creatine also, it's already FDA approved and it's proven to work.
Yeah.
Kumbaga, it's the most legal
Yun
substance
nga daw.
you can take short of steroids.
Ano daw siya, Kuya Kim? It's the most studied supplement out of everything and safe daw talaga.
Safe, yeah.
Oo.
Yeah, and then it's the sources are very very clear.
Madali
May mga
lang.
brands na magaganda
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, yun. I've been on creatine for about 2 years na. But I nakita ko yung effects niya, Mau. Not immediately. Akala kasi nila if you take creatine, agad-agad.
Oo, hindi.
3 buwan.
3 buwan.
3 buwan.
Okay.
On the 3rd month, kailangan you load your system up with creatine first. On the 3rd month, whoa.
Iba na.
Nakita ko, I was probably 20 or 30% stronger.
Yeah.
Because I was able to recover faster.
Yeah.
And then, naging borta yung katawan. Naging borta.
Pero
nalagyan na tubig Nalagyan na...
Pero syempre consistent ka din naman, Kim. Like you go to the gym every day,
Of
you
course,
work out
man.
talaga.
Yeah,
Hindi ka naman pwede mag-creatine lang tapos you'll expect results. Kailangan, you're very consistent also. That's what's really good about you.
Wow.
Saka ano ka sa mga workouts, very, tawag dito, intricate, very detail-oriented. O pag ganito, ilan gagawin natin, RPE, ganyan. So,
I remember when we
reps.
used to work out together.
Yeah.
I'm conscious of RPE. Tatay ko
Yes,
palagi
yes.
RPE.
Oo.
Kaya pag sinabing 9, kailangan yung
Sagad mo.
huling rep nun, medyo na, naiiri ka na, di ba? Parang mahimatay ka na. Pag sinabing 9.
Tama.
Yeah. But you were such a good coach, Mau, and I really miss your coaching.
Thank you,
But
thank
I'm happy that we stayed friends.
Of
And
course.
I am with you in all your races because I am rooting for you, and I hope that you keep that record of being the fastest male pro Hyrox racer in the Philippines.
Thank you, Kim. We'll do that. We'll do that. No, but honestly, yeah. Yun nga. Sabi ko, you're the first one who believed in me before when I was starting. So I really take that into heart. And you gave me a lot of confidence moving forward to my coaching career.
I remember I was giving you advice even sa modeling, di ba?
Yeah, of
Tsaka
course. Sa mga social media
TV
din.
appearance, social media. Pero nagulat ako dun sa dive mo talaga. Sabi ko, matindi to. Hindi ko tinuro yun.
Wala na. Ano lang yun.
Again, we should be proud of that.
Yeah, for sure.
Mau, thank you. Maraming salamat.
Thank you, Kuya Kim. Maraming salamat.
Last word of advice to all your fans and to those who want to be like you or excel in Hyrox. Go.
What ano ba? Top of mind is just embrace the pain, siguro.
Yeah.
Embrace the pain. It's always gonna be there. It's always gonna come. But no matter how tired you are, the thing that counts is you keep going. Kasi alam mong mapapagod ka sa lahat ng gagawin mo. You just have to keep on going. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Mo.
Thank you so much, Kiram.
Maraming salamat. Thank you.
Love you, Kuya Kim. Thank
I
you.
love you, Mo.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you very much for joining us. Kung nagustuhan niyo po itong podcast na to, meron pong 5 stars yan sa taas. Please press the 5th star para maganda po yung ating rating. Ano po. And so far, the 10 months that we've been podcasting, it's been so successful. We're rating all the time. And thank you. That's all because of you. Thank you for supporting this podcast. And if you find this podcast inspiring or you learn something from this, spread nyo lang. And please follow. We appreciate the follow. Maraming salamat. I'll see you again next week. God bless.
The Pod Network Entertainment. The opinions of podcast creators, hosts, and guests are not necessarily reflective of the official stance of the Pod Network Entertainment, its hosts, or other network programs. The content created by the people behind the podcast is personal and not meant to harm any religion, ethnicity, group, organization, company, or individual.